Good afternoon and welcome to Williams Dog Training Company. We're here today with Fred and Chugs, and what we're going to be demonstrating for you today is Chugs' ability to understand and respond to his obedience commands, the corrections and motivations we give him while we're working with him, and the training equipment that we're using. Fred is using a regular 6-foot whip training leash, and he's going to keep the bulk of that leash folded neatly in his right hand, leaving his left hand free to give the correction. The correction that we give is a tug and let go on the training collar, which is the second piece of equipment that we're using. Chugs has been fitted with his own personal training collar, and we'll show you how to properly use this during your one-on-one lesson. Chugs is seated nicely on Fred's left, which is where all our obedience training is done. The first command they're going to demonstrate is heeling, which is proper walking on a leash, and Fred and Chugs take off doing that now. The command you want to use for this is Chugs heel, and then you start walking and he'll fall right in line on your left-hand side. We've also incorporated our automatic sit into this, so anytime Fred stops his feet, Chugs will sit. There's that automatic sit there. Now it's important during the heeling exercise that Chugs walks nicely at your pace on your left-hand side with a loose leash. He knows how to walk nicely, so the only time you give a correction is if he attempts to pull ahead or lag behind. Then you would say no, give a tug and let go correction, and repeat your command to heel and start walking again. Now they're going to demonstrate our stay command, which is the hand and voice command. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm and intercept from Chugs' muzzle and the one-word command to stay. He walks out to the end of the training leash. It's a great exercise to build up some self-control in Chugs. You want to start practicing this one at about a minute and work your way up in increments to about 3. Now when Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around him, providing an added distraction as he goes behind him, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Chugs remains seated throughout, and Fred gave him a little praise, and they take off heeling again. I'm going to show you a little more of the heel sit and stay. There's that automatic sit there. Stay. Gives him the stay again. Back out to the end of the training leash. Now this time, instead of returning back to Chugs, Fred will demonstrate the come or recall command. You call him in using his name in a nice voice, and he comes in and sits nicely right in front. And then we have an exercise called the finish, where Fred's going to heel him right around the back of him to get him right back to that left-hand side heel position, and he sits. He'll demonstrate it one more time. Get him in the sit, give him a stay, out to the end of the training leash, then call him into you using his name, and he comes and sits in front. And then the finish, he heels him right around the back of him to get him right back to that left-hand side heel position, and Chugs sits. Nicely done. Fred gives him a little praise, and they take off heeling again. It's a good time to remind you want to practice all your commands with Chugs about 15 to 20 minutes a day. You can practice inside or outside your home and just incorporate the commands into your daily routine. Next we're going to show you our down commands. The first will be down from a heel position. Fred will use the open flat of his left palm straight down to the ground and the one-word firm command to down. He then gives him a stay and walks out to the end of the training leash. It's another great exercise to build up self-control in Chugs. Start practicing this one at about 3 minutes and work your way up in increments to about 5. And when Fred returns back to him, he's going to walk all the way around as he did on the sit stay, and right back to that left-hand side heel position. And Chugs remains down throughout. Fred gives him some praise, and they take off heeling again. We'll show you that down command one more time when they come back around. And you see Chugs is doing very well. But if for any reason he doesn't respond to one of your commands, the first word out of your mouth is no, followed by a tug and let go correction, and then you repeat your command. And gives him the down again and the stay. Back out to the end of the training leash. Now this time he'll demonstrate that come or recall command right out of the down position. He calls him in, and Chugs comes, and he'll sit in front. And then that finish move, Fred's going to heel him right around the back of him to get him right back to that left-hand side heel position, and Chugs sits. Nicely done. We'll give them a second to get lined up for our final command, which will be down from a distance. And this will be the down from a distance. You're going to have him in the sit, give him a stay, walk out to the end of the training leash. This is the only time you're going to use your right hand to give the command, and Fred will drop him into a down at the end of the training leash. He'll then return back to him once again by walking all the way around and right back to that left-hand side heel position. Very nice. Alright, we've demonstrated for you the obedience commands we've worked on with Chugs here at school. It's been a pleasure working with Chugs, and we thank you again for choosing Williams Dog Training Company as your personal dog trainer.